Vanakkam. Today we are going to see another very interesting topic, how to verify the jewel loans and how to verify the jewel loans based on the records and registers. This point we are going to see today, and it's a separate exercise. That is, I'm going to take up very important points with reference to the jewel loan verification. Whenever any auditor enters into the branch, they will ask you, managers, they will ask you which area you want to concentrate or which area you want to verify. So you can say that, yes, sir, I want to verify the cash. That is one thing. And next area, most of the auditors, they feel that they want to verify the jewels or particularly jewel loan area. Here, I want to say one very important thing that during statutory audit, don't worry about the 100% purity verification. It is not our duty during our statutory audit. So if you're doing concurrent audit, it can be verified, but the jewel appraiser work has to be carried out by the another appraiser, another branch appraiser. So this is an important thing. Most of the auditors, they have got a doubt that, yes, sir, I want to verify the jewels 100%. Don't worry at all. It is not possible during the statutory audit. And normally the bankers, they come out with a clear instruction that once in 3 months, they already started to verify the jewel loan area. So as per the head office norm. So if that is the case, you please go and ask for the records and so that you can verify the jewel loan area. Now, I'm going to start with the presentation with reference to jewel loan records and registers. First thing, you have to ask for the jewel loan application alive. So that means the application that is there for the jewel loan stock. So you can compare this jewel loan application with the jewel loan stock that is being kept inside the vault. So you have to ask for the jewel loan application alive. So in that, you have to see that this jewel loan, you have to count all the jewel loan application alive and see that it tallied with the overall stock of the uh, vault register, that is jewel loan vault register. You have to compare. So in case if the jewel loan application alive is say 500 and if the stock is say 502, that means two loans have been closed but not have been taken back. So you have to analyze the reason. And in case if the stock is only 498, that means jewel loan closed, but application a jewel loan closed application is jewel loan closed is not recorded, but application is there. So in this manner, you can do the reconciliation. Here, I want to give suggestion that the reconciliation work has to be done only by the branch and not by the chartered accountant. And the chartered accountant duty is to verify those jewel loan reconciliation statement. So first thing, you have to get the jewel loan application and it must be tallied with the stock at the vault register. Then you have to verify the KYC of the borrower. KYC of the borrower, you have to verify with reference to jewel loan. And the weight to be checked. What is the weight that has been entered by the appraiser in the application and whether the loan has been sanctioned according to the weight that is mentioned in the jewel loan application. And next area is what is the gram value that the bankers they are lending. And this also you have to verify what is the gram value. Say if it is 6,250 rupees per gram, then what is the total gram eligible for the loan? So you multiply, you see that the loan should not exceed the gram value as mentioned by the head office. And next one is whether the appraiser has recommended towards the purity of the gold and towards the weight and towards the gram. Everything the appraiser has to give the observation. It is not a recommendation. Appraiser has to put his signature and he has to give the observation that this application is entitled for this type of this amount of loan. The appraiser has to give the observation and not recommendation. Only on receipt of the appraiser observation, the branch is in a position to sanction the jewel loan. Next area is who is holding the jewel after sanction. This is a very, very important area. And most of the branches of various banks, I observed during the audit that the jewel loan after sanction, all the jewels have been kept under the custody of the appraiser. It should not be that. Once the loan is sanctioned, the jewel portion has to jewelry packet after sanction of loan should be moved to the custody of the officer. But it is not there. I can vouch in most of the 85% branches, the jewels have been kept under the custody of the officer and only an appraiser and the appraiser he will hand over the jewels only in the evening. So once again, the officer checks the weight and the jewels. Then he packed and all the packs. After the packing, the packets have been handed over to the officer. So this is the norm which is against the head office rules. So if you observe this, please give us this observation in your report because the jewels should be under the custody after the loan is sanctioned. So this is a very, very dangerous area. Please concentrate on this area. And the sanction must tally with in the jewel loan stock register. There is one jewel loan stock register which has been kept inside the vault. So the in there should be an entry in the in column. In column must be tallied with the loan sanction during the day. So what are the suppose if 50 loans have been sanctioned, then the 50 loans must be entered in the in column of the jewel loan stock register and out. Out means if any jewels have been taken from the vault, then that will be recorded in the out column. And you have to confirm whether the borrower signature is there in the application or not. In my experience, I observed that almost in 20-25% applications, borrower signature was not there. So please see that borrower signature is there in the application. This is a very, very important area. Please concentrate with reference to jewel loan application alive. Next area is jewel loan duplicate receipt. Now, somebody would have lost the jewel loan original receipt. That is the receipt issued by the banker. So the party, the borrower, he will come and approach the bank, sir, I have lost the receipt and I need the duplicate receipt. So the bank officer on analyzing the KYC and analyzing the records and everything, he will issue the duplicate receipt only after getting the branch manager permission. But most of the banks, I observe that the duplicate receipts have been issued by the officer himself. So this is a very, very important area. If there is any jewel loan duplicate receipt, please concentrate on that area. Then application regarding the issue of duplicate receipt should be signed by the applicant only and not by any representative. In case if the loan is being availed by the father and if the daughter came to the bank, say that, sir, my father has lost the jewel loan receipt. So kindly issue the duplicate receipt. So that is that, then the branch, they should not issue the duplicate receipt. It has to be, the application has to be signed only by the borrower. And as an auditor, you have to compare the signature as mentioned in the letter of requisition with the application. So if the signature tallied, then you can say, okay. And if there is any mismatch of the signature, you have to give the comment in your audit report. And the branch manager authorization is required towards the issue of the duplicate receipt and see that there is no fraudulent intention with reference to the issue of the duplicate receipt. And another area is the jewel loan closed application. Normally, we are not seeing any loan closed in India. Please verify the jewel loan closed application. It's a very, very important area wherein lot of frauds I have noticed during my audit career. And here, jewel loan closed should be there only after the borrower has paid the principal plus interest plus penal interest plus other charges plus processing charges. All this the borrower has to pay. So as an auditor, you have to verify whether the borrower has paid all the charges, all the amount due to the bank, then only the jewel loan is closed. So in most of the banks, I observe that the penal interest has not been charged and some charges have not been recovered. Even the processing fee is also not recovered. So these points you have to see when the jewel loan close application verification. And next one is the jewel loan closure must be approved by the branch manager and by the officer and not by anyone. So jewel loan closure must be approved because they are there and they have to go inside And after the closure, they have to take the jewels. Only the officer has to take the jewels or manager has to take the jewels. So the jewel loan closure must be approved by the branch manager or the officer. And after the closure of the loan, the jewels have to be handed over only to the borrower. This is a very, very important. The jewels ornaments should be handed over only to the borrower and not to anyone. So this is a very, very important area. Please consider the jewels should not be handed over to the any of the representative or legal has. It has to be handed over only to the borrower. And after the closure of the loan, the signature has to be put by the borrower. So the signature of the borrower and signature in the opening, at the time of opening, the borrower would have put the signature. And also you have to see the closer signature. These things you have to compare. So closer signature must be verified. And now a few of the jewels have been closed but not released. This may be due to the dispute among the jewels and death. As sometimes the borrower would have gone and settled in foreign country, would have come later. So you have to analyze the reason why jewels loans have been closed, but ornaments are still under the custody. All this you have to verify. And the next area is jewel loan stock register. So now, after the sanction of the loan, jewels have to be kept in the vault. So there is one register called stock register. In there is opening balance, in column, out column, then closing balance. Opening balance, okay. In means whatever the loan sanctioned during the year, that will be recorded in the in column. This is with reference to quantity. And out column means the jewels taken, jewelry package taken from the stock when the loan is closed. And you have to add all the trays. So whenever you are going to the bank, you can see that there are a lot of trays inside the vault. So all those trays have to be counted individually, and you have to add all the stock of the jewelry, all the stock of the tray, then compare this with the overall stock register, and you have to compare this with the jewel loan application alive. So all the tray stocks must be counted and verify the signature. That is, the officer's signature must be there because the jewels loan should be kept under the joint custody. This you can get from the verification of this. You can get these details you can get from the verification of key moment register. There is a one register called key moment register. The officer who is holding the jewels, they have to put the signature in the key moment register, and those officers are responsible for the jewelry. So verify the signature of the officer. This is very, very important. And next area is the periodical checking should be done by the head office or regional office. Normally, it is once in 3 months. They are checking the quantity and quality. As an auditor, you have to verify the report submitted by them. And next area is the tray-wise stock. So for each and every tray, there is one small passbook is there. So that passbook, you have to see and take the passbook and see the stock mentioned in the passbook and physically count the stock in that particular tray. So it's a small book that is being kept in each tray, and in and out in that tray should also be recorded in the passbook. And the person who is entering the entry, he has to affix the signature in the passbook because he is the person who is taking the jewels, he is the person who is putting the jewels inside. And tray-wise stock must be consolidated, and all this should be compared with the overall jewel loan stock register. So this exercise must be carried out by the chartered accountant also during the statutory audit. Next area, which most of the auditors, they are not concentrating, is the jewel loan auction register. Jewel loan auction register is very, very important area. And please see that there will be lot of scope of fraud in the jewel loan auction register. The procedure is when a jewel loan has become NPA, then the banker, they have to send a notice to the borrower saying that your account has become NPA and we are going to do the auction if you're not close the loan within that particular day. Then the branch manager has to wait for that day. After that, the branch has to prepare a consolidated list of the jewel package to be auctioned against the jewel loan. And they have to submit this to the regional office, and the regional office has to issue the permission. Then after the receipt of the permission from the regional office, and before giving the ad in the newspaper, once again, the branch has to send a notice to the borrower saying that, so within a week you have to close the jewel, otherwise your name will be published in the advertisement, the newspaper. And that advertisement, normally the bankers, they are giving 30 days notice in the advertisement. They are giving 30 days notice before going for the auction. And if any borrower has come to the branch and settle the loan, then they have to return the jewels, and their jewels should not be auctioned. And here, the another very, very important area is who is giving the advertisement and whether the advertisement cost is being debited at the branch or debited at the regional office, because there will be a lot of scope for fraud in the advertisement work also. Please concentrate. Who is giving the advertisement? Because there will be commission for the paper advertisement. Whether the advertisement given by the branch, the newspaper, they have to deduct the commission and they have to receive only the net amount. But if the overall cost is being paid, then who has received the commission? From that angle also you have to see. So jewel loan auction is a very, very important area. And whenever you are doing the jewel loan auction, you have to do the auction as a whole. And you should not remove one bangle, you should not remove one necklace. And whenever you are going for any auction, the packet should be auctioned as a whole and not in piecemeal. So this is a very, very important area and with reference to the jewel loan auction. So please verify the jewel loan auction register. So data becoming NPA, and when they have informed the borrower whether the RBI RO original office permission has been obtained, whether the proper advertisement is being given, and the advertisement quantity should be tallied with the jewel loan stock, and repay whether the payment has been made before the auction. And in case if there is any court to stay, that jewel should not be auctioned. And full quantity has to be auctioned and not in part. And you have to observe all the auction participation formalities. It's a very big area wherein lot of scope for frauds are there. Please concentrate on the jewel loan auction register. In case if there is any surplus after the auction, the money should be given credit to the borrower's account. In case if there is any deficit, then that has to be collected from the borrower from some other source, or the branch, they have to go for the legal recourse. So this is a very, very important area. Please concentrate jewel loan auction register and other areas with reference to jewel loan auction. And now another area is jewel loan scale. What is jewel loan scale? That is payment scale has to be renewed. That is license towards the operation of jewel loan scale has to be renewed every year. So this jewel loan scale comes under the comes under the rules of labor laws, or in some states, in some other acts also, Payment Act also. So jewel loan scale should be verified with reference to license renewal, and it comes under labor laws, and every year the sealing must be renewed. That is, sealing license must be renewed, and that has the jewel scale should be kept under the airtight glass box, and that glass box should be transparent so that when any jewels have been put for the weighment, the weight should also be known to the borrowers. So this is a very, very important area with reference to the jewel loan scale. Maybe nowadays the jewel loan scale they are doing in the form of electronic scale, or sometimes they are doing in the manual scale, whatever may be the scale, the license towards the jewel loan scale must be renewed every year. So this is also another audit program. Please include it in your record. And another very, very important area is appraiser record. Please verify the appraiser, because an appraiser has been appointed by any bank for a period of 3 years. And once in 3 years, the appraiser license has to be renewed. If that is not there, you have to give the observation, because the bank allows the appraiser without the appointing right. So this is a very, very important area. Please verify the appraiser record. And also another thing is, who is doing the appraisal? In one of the statutory audits, I found that one young guy is doing the appraisal work. One in the evening, one aged person has come to the branch and he has received all the records and he has put the signature. When I inquired this, the branch manager said that the appraiser person who has sit from the morning to evening is the son of the appraiser. And the appraiser is coming regularly in the evening and he puts the signature. So without authorization, without appointment, some guy has done the appraisal work. This is a very, very dangerous thing. So this you can observe during the statutory audit, even during the concurrent audit also. Please, if that is there, please give the report. And also the appraiser area of operation is also restricted. It will be clearly mentioned in the appraiser appointment letter. So appointment letter, please verify. And KYC appraiser, KYC of the appraiser also you have to verify. And whether he is an outsourcing person or employed person. Outsourcing person is different and employed person is different. So here, how he is receiving the commission? In some banks, they say that the commission has been given credit to the P&L account of the bank, and immediately the debit is being made from the P&L account of the same bank. So if that is the case, if any appraisal commission is being paid based on the debit in the P&L account, then TDS has to be deducted. Sometimes the commission has been given directly to the SB account of the appraiser, then it is okay. But as an auditor, you have to see to what extent that appraiser has received the commission. The bank say that you can receive only 30 rupees per lakh, but you would have charged some 50 rupees per lakh. So this may be the thing. So the customer should not be penalized, even though the commission is being given credit to the appraiser's account. You please verify to what extent the appraiser has taken the commission money. So this is also a very big area you have to concentrate during the audit. And to what extent the appraiser has got the access to the bank record, that also you have to verify. And the appraiser has to give you a declaration that he is not a relative. So borrower relationship declaration must be there for each and every loan. And this declaration must be given by the appraiser. And the application has to be filled by the appraiser. And all those details have to be verified by the borrower. Then only the borrower has to put the signature. And the appraiser is there to appraise and not to sanction the jewel loan. So please see, this is a very, very important area. He is there only to appraise the jewels and not to sanction the jewels. And another very important area is agricultural jewel loan and non-agricultural loan. If the bank, they say that we have sanctioned agricultural loan, please verify the agricultural land holding records. Or some banks, they say that up to 3 lakhs, only self-declaration is declared. There is sufficient. If that is there, please verify the bank circular regarding that point. And non-agriculture loans, non-agricultural loans, no problem. They can do this. They can do the normal way of sanction of the loan, because in agricultural loan, the interest rate is less. For the non-agricultural loan, interest rate is high. Here, before going for the conclusion, I want to tell the slogan for verification of jewel loan packets. See, most of the banks, they still pack the jewels in a non-transparent packet or sometimes in a cloth bag. So you are not able to see the items that is being kept inside the jewel loan packets. When you in statutory, you have to count only the package. Don't go for the purity or some. Only when you got a doubt, you can go for the purity. But in statutory audit, all the auditors, they are counting the packets. How they are doing the counting? They say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So they are doing very fast, but don't do it, because this serves no purpose. So I want to tell the slogan for verification of jewel loan packet is touch the packet, sense the packet, whether something is inside or not, count. Touch, sense, feel whether jewelry is there or not, then count. Touch, sense, feel, and count is the slogan for the verification of jewel loan packets. Touch, sense, feel, and count. So don't forget this slogan of touch, sense, feel, and count while you are doing or carrying out the jewel loan packet verification. This is what I want to say about the highlights of jewel loan verification. There are a lot of things you can find from the jewel loan verification, but here I have given the highlights. Any doubt, you are welcome. And thank you very much for the patient hearing and watching of this program. Nandri Vanakkam.